Hey everybody, welcome to Bonafide Adventure. This is the Truck Camper DIY series. This is day 2 of the Great Nor'east Storm. It's been pretty brutal. I have a little bit of damage over there. The tent fell off its bricks. No damage inside, everything's bone dry, so it'll be good. And I'll just go in the truck, close the door, and do some work in there. It was pretty mean last night, boy, I tell you. Right now it's a little bit of a lull. We still get gusts. Clouds are cruising pretty fast, so it's definitely coming out of the northeast, that way, southwest. So, yeah, stay tuned, see what happens post-storm. Alright guys, day 3 of the nor'easter, but it is gone. Still a bit of wind, you'll probably hear it here on the mic, but I just want to I did work during the rain. I got the tent back up on her blocks. No damage real done. But as you can see, I started repairing the holes. They just have to be sanded. That one may have to get hit again. But she's all polka dotted. And that's that. And out here, hopefully the wind isn't going to ruin this, but I've been working on, music in the background. So I've been working on this, and it's not so bad after all. Got that covered nicely, and this is nice. So it'll work. This is how far out the camper will sit. It's right where I wanted it. Gonna have that little bit of gap, but I don't know. I'll worry about that after. Anyhow, there we have it. Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you just sweep up these scraps and clean this up, put it in the dumpster? Thanks. You the man. I'm starting to get good at this. Alright. Now, we gotta build the box. So yesterday in the storm, the highest recorded wind speed was 56. That's not so bad. Probably the gust that blew my tent off its cinder blocks. Cylinder blocks. Such a high-tech name. I've lost that much space. Oh, battery's already dying. Can't do anything nice. We'll go ahead and run it out. All right. I can't wait. Next year, new cameras, new laptop. Yeah, who knows where I'm going to spend my money, but that's, a laptop's the big one, so I can actually edit decent videos. Hard to be a YouTube creator without a laptop. Alright, battery's up, charged up, and I got some pretty good progress today. I had to go to the dreaded doctor's earlier, so it's been a long day. There's still plenty of daylight left, but I'm going to call it quits. So yeah, I got her stitched up. Looks pretty good. Well, I guess that's about the best I can say for now. Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow, finally, the truck goes in the shop at the crack of dawn. A little wobbly still. Need to get some thickened epoxy in here, but I thought I'd put the frame in first. There's a, a frame, a 3.5 inch frame. It's 3.5 inch because I got some plumbing under here and a wire. But I'm pretty happy that it's not too shabby. I lost some space in the truck, but it's not too bad. Yeah, till tomorrow. Hey, for you guys who've been following along in the videos, I just thought I'd show you. Out of the 1,000 plants that were here, that's what's left over. They still may go out, they're still good. Pansies. Now they have all these things that need to be planted into 1 gallon pots. I was going to say buckets. Some of these have gone. Most of them are still here though. So I have been working pretty hard this week. Don't have too much to show for it. That was the tub there was ready for glue up, but I'm going to put it on hold. I have to get my workbench back set up so I can cut fiber. Ooh, I just had lunch. Fiberglass. Because most of the work I've been doing is on the body here of the camper. Lots of fairing, filled in all the holes, rounded off all the corners, all the way around. Ooh, dirty. And even this one, which absolutely killed me having to get to that one. And the roof has needs to be sanded though, but it's pretty much done. Filled in all the gaps just in case water came in. Cut the hole for, I want to call it shore power, but this is not a boat. So whatever, the plug-in, all beautifully seamed and set. See, there's a little bit I have to still do right here. That spot right there has to be done. I'll be doing that here in a second. Oop! Did you hurt your head? And same with there. And here's the first 2 screws in the camper. I put in the battery charger where the wires will go in, right in here. Come up, go in. I don't know if I'm going to screw them in yet or take them out. They're in there to hold it while the 5200 was curing, and that's perfectly cured now. So, first 2 screws. There's no nails or screws in this whole kit and caboodle. So, I'm not really going to put a video out. Today is Saturday. Because all I was doing was sanding, and they were doing a lot of work out front here. And there's a tennis court there, and they were working on the fence, putting it back together and doing work on it. So there's too many people around to do any real work. And I never asked anybody here at work if they were willing to be on a video, so I don't video them. I mean, they're at work. They got their dirty work clothes on and they're working, so they didn't come here to get filmed. So I just leave them alone. It's not a big deal. I got it set up. Put the pour spout that comes with it, so I can just put a bucket, because I'll be using a lot of this epoxy when it comes time to doing the fiberglass. The game plan is to do the roof, 2 sections. The glass is in 4 feet, so it'll come down just down a hair from the side here, and I'll do that, and then I'll be able to sand off that seam, because this is 4 feet from here to here. But, so I'm going to do the roof, and then I'm going to do this section here underneath. And that means using those jacks to lift it up so I can work under there. Then I have to let that cure, and then put it down, and then lift this side up and do that. I'll be able to do that, hopefully, and the underneath of the front. So then, yeah, down the sides. Big, quick, easy. And then the front, and then the rear. And hopefully I have enough glass to go 2 sheets. Just down the sides. That's the game plan. Let's see if it'll work. First start, well, do some sanding. Sanding. Alright, so I changed directions a little bit. Got some glass cut. But I jacked up the camper. It took me a while to fill in all the holes, and so I changed direction and decided to do both sides. I'm also not quite ready to do glass work because I need to get some vinegar. When you take your tools after epoxying, you clean them with vinegar, and I don't have any. So, but I'm going to go ahead and prep this. I'm going to wipe the surface down. This is just denatured alcohol in a spray bottle. I like the smell of this better than acetone. So that's what I'm up to. You just want to clean the surface to get any dust or contaminants off. No. Talk about sketchy, huh? Look at this thing rocking. Okay, so when you're doing fiberglass work, one trick is you weigh the roll of glass. So that's 1 pound, 13 ounces. So we'll do 2 pounds or 32 fluid ounces, and that should take care of it for each roll. Okay, I had these in my camper because it's only about 65 degrees and I am in a bit of trouble. This is slow hardener and it only goes down to 60 degrees. I bought a fast hardener. These two kits had slow hardener. This one is just about empty, so I'll just dig into this. Yeah, the fast hardener goes down to 50, but it could go even further. It's just it doesn't cure as well. Unfortunately, you're looking at $200 a gallon. Jeez. What are you gonna do? So, you can see here it says 16 ounces, 1 pint. This is probably, I'm just going to do that much for now and get started with it. Okay. I'm going to need probably 4 of these, so might as well get them started. I'm mumbling to myself. Oh, wouldn't you know it, that one has too much in it. It's alright. It's alright. Alright. You would think that spigot would work here, but it didn't. Okay, so on the cup there'll be a 5-to-1 measurement. Oh, I should probably show you. See, 5-to-1. And that looks perfect. And we'll put the hardener to it. You know, I really should be wearing gloves. Call these things extra large, but it could fool me. Extra large, 2X. Still hard to get on. Okay. Now we will fill it. To that line. Alright. Look at it smoking a little bit. Hopefully that's not a bad thing. And a stir stick. You want to stir it for a good 2 minutes. You could see maybe you got those squiggly lines in there. You definitely want to make sure that's gone. Scraping the sides, make sure it's well mixed. Total Boat likes to say to take this cup to pour it in another and mix it again, but you really don't have to. That's a little overkill. I'm sure that's just a way of them dealing with a stupid person who doesn't know how to mix epoxy. And that's 2 minutes. I'm just using a normal roller. I have the good epoxy rollers, but I figured for this little job I don't really need them. Whoa! Ooh, sketchy. I forgot you can't touch the camper. She's just kind of swinging in the breeze. I don't want to bring the roller up over me. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. Oh, come on. Don't drop it. Alright. Alright, so there we have it. So now it's just as like painting the house. Oop. It's going to take a while for it to soak in and get all the way down to the wood, so get it on there nice and thick. This part I'm going to grind off, so I don't need to go up it, just up around this ridge here. What we really want. Come on, you can soak it up. So the proper way of really doing this is that you want to wet the wood, and then you want to soak the fabric and then put it on. But that's not easy to do with one person. So that's why I went with the technique of a little spray adhesive to get this to stay on. And I also pre-coated the wood in the beginning, and that helps with that. There we are. We're starting to get through now. The proper way, though, is to you're going to want to pre-wet out the glass, and then just put a quick thin layer on the wood. One of the things I got away from is they call it degassing. I don't know why, because it should just be gassing, but the wood will create bubbles that you do not want. Degassing itself under the fiberglass, separating the bond. Oh, this is going to take forever. Just keep loading it up until it goes through. The more the merrier. Well, that's what I'm up against. It's going to take a while. So, after a couple of failed attempts to get fiberglass up underneath here, I've come up with this scheme. I put it in a couple of boards of scrap plywood, roped it around, and right now it's just hanging here. So before I get started on this, I'm going to wet out the surface, then stick it up, or tighten this up as much as possible, and then work from the middle out like a vinyl wrap or window tint or something. I've wasted 2 sheets desperately trying to go from the middle out here. That was a disaster of epic proportions. So now I'm doing it in 3 sheets. I'll do this one up against the bulkhead, and then the angled piece to finish it off. And then I could run a fillet of thickened epoxy like it's on there now. That's the best I could come up with. This stuff is very unforgiving. Yeah, that's the word, not forgiving. It's sewn together with this itty bitty little freaking twine that doesn't seem to stay put. It's just a disaster. But windy again today. It was calm this morning, but this, if I get it on there, will be the best thing possible. You're looking at probably a 32nd of an inch of protection. This is not a boat. I'm not worried about reverse osmosis. I'm worried about stuff coming off the highway, and look at that, a cut. Now I got blood. Smashing in there like rocks and debris of such. I need to worry about hurricane force winds here on the front as you go down the road. And this being a off-road overlander style ultralight camper, I'm going to take a lot of dirt roads and that sort of thing, so it needs to be pretty rugged. That's the only reason I'm battling with this 17. Boy, now I got myself bleeding good. This 1708 is just, you see, it's biaxial woven on this side and chopped strand on this, but then they sew it together with, I guess you call it, I don't even know what you call it. So yeah, I would film it, but this camera's getting worse and worse. It lasts about 10 minutes at most, so we'll just go ahead and show you the perfect finished product. Well, I got it, but third time's a charm. The first time it fell down on me. Go back here and take a peek. So I had to do it all over again, but the third time it was pretty easy. As you see, I've left it tied up, and what it was is I was untying this so I could do this section through here, and as I was over here untying this side, that side went but it looks good. It looks good. Guess that's an air bubble. I'm already cleaned up. Good enough. It's not a boat. It's just a camper, and it's just here to... I don't see anymore. So, yeah, it's just a camper. And it's not, I don't worry about reverse osmosis or water penetration. It's here to keep, because it's a ultralight overlander off-road camper. So I gotta watch out for tree branches and rocks and wild turkeys. Got a little fuzzy on you. There we go. So that's it. Even though this is Tuesday, I'm going to call it quits on this video. I've done a lot of shots. It's starting to get windy. I got to close her down and call it. It's going to rain tomorrow. Good day to do laundry. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more miserable fiberglass work. I'm going to get this done, I'm telling you. Later.